Well, hello again, Scorpio. This is going to be your November bonus reading. I promised you one, so here I am to give you that bonus reading. We're going to start out with Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. As always, can pull the 3 cards for you from this deck. First comes out the Map Maker of Destiny. Second one to come out, the Wise Woman of a Wonderland. And then we have the third one, Arrow Master. Alright, now for my Mystical Shaman Oracle. 3 cards from here, please. 3 cards. Hope you all are doing well. We have the Wild Woman. Taming the Wind. One more for Scorpio, please. One more for Scorpio. And then we have the Spiral. Alright, so last 2 readings I've done for you guys have been, I wouldn't say grim, but let's hope that this one goes a little better. So here is the Map Maker of Destiny. Authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. Give me 1 sec while I grab my booklet. I'm going to start reading these for you. Already I'm feeling a pretty good energy surrounding this reading. When the Map Maker of Destiny appears, it's a sign that you're being given an opportunity to transform fate into destiny. At birth, each human being is given a unique map with mirrored paths that intersect with one another. Your map of destiny shows all the places you're meant to visit, places where you will be challenged to evolve into the highest aspects of oneself. Remember that you're a spark of the divine, come to earth to experience itself in human form. As such, your path is unique. It's also somewhat preordained. And fate represents the events in your life that were meant to happen and that you can't change. Fate is transforming the destiny according to how you respond to your circumstances. Destiny offers you the ability to make great opportunities out of fated experience. So free will and choice are possible at certain points on your map. Now is one of those times. You're faced with a relationship or circumstance brought to you by fate. How you respond will lead you into your perfect destiny. Your ally may assume the form of a soulmate, come to heal your heart and be your companion. Perhaps your challenger makes you face the things within you that must change in order for you to express your highest good. Maybe fate brings you an ally in the form of a wonderful new project, or a challenger in the form of a failed business. No matter which form they take, all are perfect expressions of fate inviting you into your destiny. Pay attention as your map unfolds, and remember that fate makes the map, but destiny is determined by the manner in which you engage your journey. Alright, so with this card, I'm definitely feeling that Master of Destiny energy from you guys. A lot of you have come a long way, and you are creating your own destiny, creating your own path. You're creating what I like to call the Scorpio path. Because ain't nobody getting in our way, man. Ain't nobody getting in our way anymore. They may have in the past, but they're not anymore. We have our sights set on our destiny and what we want out of life, and nobody's getting in the way of us creating our own destiny. The wise woman of Wonderland, integrity and compromise. The wise woman of Wonderland brings integrity to thought, word, and deed. She lets you know that as long as you're in the flow of honesty and being true to your word, she keeps you under her protection and care. When she appears as your ally, she signals a time when honesty pays off, yielding greater dividends than you expected. You'll be thankful that you remain faithful and loyal to your path. She reminds you that compromise isn't always an option. Stay true to yourself, first and foremost. Although it may appear that you could lose something as a result, you can never lose what is truly yours. And our path is ours. As I said, with this card, like, nobody's getting in our way. With the integrity of this card, a lot of us are living with integrity. I mean, it's not that we didn't live with integrity before, but integrity is at the front lines, along with compassion, love, and finding our own joy, finding our own happiness. And I feel like there is, at some point, going to be an event in our life where we might have to compromise. But I don't think that it's, I don't think it's going to be one of those things where we're like kind of forced. It's just kind of like one of those things where you feel like it's right to do. So you use that integrity, you use that love and that compassion to compromise your old self. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know. Let me see if I can find a better way to say that. So basically, keeping the old selves off of the front lines and putting the new self in front. I hope that made more sense. But yeah, I feel like that's the only compromise that you're gonna have to really make. Is compromising if you're gonna live your old life or if you want to continue on this new path. And then we have the Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention, detachment. Arrow Master appears to help you target your intentions and teaches you how to shoot straight for the stars. Messages to be deliberate, about focusing your dreams and desires with intention, and about aligning your intention with spirit. Then let them fly on the wind. Directed by the divine until they reach your goal. Only way to hit the target is to allow the arrow of your intention to fly unencumbered, your eagerness to see it travel exactly the way you want it to go. You may think it needs to veer a certain way to reach your goal, but in the invisible realms, human power cannot make this happen. The divine has its own idea of how the arrow flies and upon what wind it's carried. Nonetheless, if you don't shoot, you'll never score. This is a fortune message. As long as you remember the law of detachment, if you do, then be assured that you're right on point. With this one, I'm getting that trust the universe. Trust the universe. And right now, I don't think there's a lot of us that don't have a problem trusting the universe at this time. And that is why we are in this power of nothing's going to get in our way. Because not only are we at the front lines with our compassion, with our love, with our integrity, we may feel like we're leading the way, but we are following in the universe in its own way. We are following the universe because we're trusting in the universe. We may tell the universe, this is the direction I want to go. You will get there. You will. But at the same time, the universe is going to put that intention right straight to where you want to go, but on the divine's path. Because you put your trust in the divine. And the reason why the divine is leading it is because it knows the best way to achieve that intention. And I feel like there's a lot of us that have no problem trusting the divine. In the past, yeah, we definitely, like it was our way or the highway. But there's a profound power in trusting in the universe. And now we're gonna go on to Wild Woman. When the Wild Woman dances into your reading, she reminds you of the essence of authenticity and freedom. Divested of all constraints and cultural conformity, the Wild Woman holds up a mirror to your essential self, the true essence of who you are and who you're meant to become. She is a reminder of the bright light within each of us. Within each of us, that gets dimmed by the restrictions imposed upon by the expectations of society. She reminds us that in order to be fully present to life, we must uncover the light and let it shine brightly, regardless of the perceived consequences. When the Wild Woman comes to dancing and reading, you're invited to shine brightly and to know that your true self is being called out to engage the world. This is a symbol that your long-held dream is beginning to take root and wants to be expressed. Your authentic self doesn't fit in a box. It needs the freedom to shine. It's time to have courage and step into the light. The Wild Woman says, shine brightly, dance with abandon, be yourself, and let the Great Spirit decide what happens. You'll be happy you did. Excess for its own sake is a sign of an imbalance. This is a warning that you may be trapped in obsessive thinking or behavior, looking for release in places that will never provide it. Let go, lest you become like the hungry ghosts of Chinese Buddhist lore that can never be fulfilled. True release comes from trusting the fluidity of life, understanding that just as a river needs its banks to flow through, so too do you need boundaries. around your thinking and behavior. Now is the time to simplify. Be mindful and connect to the light within. So some of you, I'm feeling like you need to connect a little more with the divine. Connect a little more with yourself. You do have your sights on what you want in life, but there's still kind of a repetitive, I want to say, nag in the back of your mind that keeps telling you can't do this. I feel like that's not for all, obviously, but for the ones that I am connecting with right now, ignore that voice, because you can do this. You can move forward, and all you have to do is put a little bit of trust in God, a little bit of trust in the divine. And we have Taming the Wind. Here, the feather, a symbol that is used in clearing ceremonies. Smudging reminds you of the sacred commitment you make to your life. This is the symbol of consciously bringing the spiritual into the material, infusing the world with reverence and acknowledgement of the higher planes of existence that influence and animate all life. The feather is a symbolic reminder of deliberately entering into a partnership with the Great Spirit to co-create for the highest good for all. It's time to clear your energy, be present, and become conscious of how you communicate. This is a good time to write in a journal and put your thoughts into a cohesive form. Perhaps you need to actually do a smudging ceremony in your home or office, creating a sacred space to write about your dreams and desires. Just remember that when Taming the Wind appears as a symbol, it is time to honor the Great Spirit with reverence and respect. It's time to clean up any misunderstandings with others, clear the air after disagreements, and allow others to share their side of things. You are called now to be a good listener. This is not a time to be right. It's a time for you to understand rather than be understood. Good things come out of this restraint of tongue and pen. You will be holy crap. You will be surprised at how things get resolved when you allow for all sides to have value. Sorry, I just need to slow down just a little bit because that's why I struggle with reading, because I got all these words going into my head and I'm trying to, read them all at the same time. So with this Taming the Wind, I think there are some of you who actually need to physically smudge your areas. What I mean by that is, using some sage around the household. Obviously be careful. I'm not trying to say you're going to burn your house down, but just be careful. And, clear those energies, clear that nag that's in the back of your mind. Because I feel like these two cards are entwined with each other. And some of you might actually need some Reiki healing. There's some heavy energy around a group of you that I feel like needs to be cleared really, really badly. Then we have the spiral. From galaxies in the sky to diminutive shells at the beach. The spiral is found extensively in the natural world. Its shape in the form of a coiled serpent has been used since ancient times as a tool for growth and transformation. The spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and the unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens. It is crucial to surrender to the journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in the depths of the psyche, and its energy is released to give birth to a new reality. To renew yourself, you must shed your old skin. You have already done this, so do not keep scraping away at the old, but welcome the soft, new skin that is starting to grow. Break the habit of working on your faults all the time, and let nature take its course. Know that a new skin, feels vulnerable and scary at times. Trust the medicine of the spiral as it guides your journey of renewal. The spiral announces a descent to the depths and a rebirth. Allow nothing to get in the way of this process, as the time is right and the forces of nature are supporting you in the endeavor. Using stones, twigs, or yarn, build a spiral on the ground that is large enough to walk through with at least 3 turns. Enter the spiral slowly. Once in the center, offer to the earth the feelings or situations that you no longer want in your life. As you walk back the way you entered, feel recharged for your new journey. So that obviously is representing the healing that I've been talking about with these past 2 cards. But I feel like there's some of you also that are getting into that spiral of thoughts, right? You're looking at the past a lot. I mean, I think that's why the past 2 readings were, kind of reflection and healing. And then, this reading was looking pretty good there. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not, but then these last 3 cards have just been about healing. But I feel like a lot of you are going back in the past and then seeing if there's more that needs to be healed, but I don't feel like that you need to anymore. The past is the past. Let it go. Be in that new body. So I guess coming back up here with that compromise, where I was talking about compromising to be in the old or the new. Well, a lot of you chose to be the new, and some of you have chosen to be in the old. So get out of that, man. Get out of that. Alright, so got some messages for you here. Let's start with the Lantern Oracle. Pull 2 cards there. And I just found out that my videos can run, I think it's like 25-26 minutes. So if this kind of goes over a little bit, then I'll just send out that other one. I don't know what else to do with that, so probably have 2 videos in case this goes over. We have moving forward. First step is taken with our stillness. And we have distorted desire. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. So with this one, I'm picking up, to being yourself. Be in yourself. And know what your conscious desires are. And then now I have 2 cards coming from Moonology here. We have a new romantic cycle begins. Woo! Somebody's falling in love. And you and your loved ones are safe. Alright, that concludes your bonus reading. And we'll see you guys in December. Love and light.